All right, boys, we're out in Paris, UFC Paris, and dude, I'm with one of my favorite boys on the roster, Mr. Andreas Gustafsson, the man you know who goes full retard in the octagon. Fully expecting him to go full retard this weekend.
Absolutely. I only got one gear, so it's full retard, of course.
We just saw an interaction downstairs with your opponent, Rinat Fakhretdinov, and a little bit strange, right? A little bit strange because at the end of the day, you're locked inside the octagon and you're fighting another human being. And he was very kind to you downstairs, asking for pictures. Like, we appreciate the friendliness, but we like a little bit of competitiveness here, don't we? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I can say I'm kind of that guy too. I don't have beefs with the guys I'm fighting. I think the fight, it's only gonna get better if you are friendly. You can relax more. You can, it's like a sparring partner that you're gonna just punch his head off. And but in the end, you are friends. It's no bad blood. You don't have to talk shit about each other's. We know we're gonna fight. So, and it's going to be a good fight. And so I kind of appreciate it. I think it's nice.
Now, like, I'm not going to sit here and discredit Rinat Fakhretdinov because he's still undefeated in the UFC. I think he's only got one draw on his record, but there's a lot of questions surrounding that record, right? There's people that say he might have lost a controversial split to Nicholas Dalby. There's questions about the Carlos Leal fight in Abu Dhabi. So do you see that undefeated record and think, maybe there's holes in that record, or do you not even think about that record and just think, hey, that all gets washed away and we step in the octagon on Saturday?
I know it's been a lot of talk about that you mentioned, but actually, I don't care. He has a good record. He is a good fighter. And it's going to be a good test for me. He's a good wrestler. I'm a good wrestler. Actually, I don't care. I don't. We're going to fight, and then we're going to be friends.
I think he's already friends with you.
Yeah, nice. Then we're going to be friends 2 times. Yeah. But we're gonna try to rip each other's head off, and that's nice.
It is nice. That part is nice to me because I get to sit back and watch it on Saturday night. But I want to talk about your style as well, because I've looked at the 170-pound division and I've seen the guys and I've seen the different styles. I don't know if there's anybody that replicates your style. Like, the only guy that I can think strength-wise and in comparison would probably be Drikas at 185, just because guys talk about how freakishly strong he is. Like, you don't really know. He seems like a big guy, and then he gets a hold of you in the octagon, and you see it on guys' faces like, holy shit, this guy's a lot stronger than I thought.
Yeah. No, I can agree with you. I haven't seen so many guys, especially none of them have the same style as I have. My style is to go in there and fight, make it messy. I used to think it's like a street fight. Yeah. You go out in the street, not prepared. You just take your shirt off and go full retard. It is a street fight, but in a cage. The one who punch hardest, who can last longer, that guy is gonna win. Who has the most heart and yeah.
I think this is why I like watching you fight, and I'm into whenever Andreas Gustafsson is fighting, this is why I want to see you fight, because the UFC, I feel like, has translated more into athletes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we're missing, like, it's a fight. We're missing the guys that are just fighters. Like, when I was growing up, it was like the Chuck Liddells that I watched, the Wanderlei Silvas, because they weren't really media trained. They weren't athletes. They were guys that would go in there and beat your ass, and then they go and drink. They'd have a beer with you after the fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now I see a guy like Fluffy Hernandez, who's kind of rough around the edges. I see a guy like you. And this is why I like interviewing you and I like watching the UFC, because there's not enough real fighters left in the UFC. Like, do you see that as well? It's transitioned into athletes and less more of the raw street fighting guys that it used to be.
Yeah, I see that, especially in the UFC. But now it's starting to grow, like the bare knuckle boxing, and people are starting to get more into that kind of street fighting stuff. So humans are built for fights. We've done it since the gladiators in the Colosseum. People go and watch. They don't want to watch two guys stand and just touch each other and do some technique, and they wanna see blood. They wanna see action all the time until somebody's going down and die. That's what people want to see that, and it's the human is it has been with us since I don't know since the beginning, since we were monkeys, It's I don't know.
It's okay, brother. Now, Joe Rogan recently talked about you. I seen that clip on your Instagram. Yeah. What did you think about that? Because he goes, Jamie, pull that up, and then he had pictures of like comparing you to Keith Jardine, comparing you to like the Techno Viking. But it's got to be cool to get a shout out from Joe Rogan, right?
Of course, it's cool. He's famous. He has the biggest podcast in the whole world. So yeah, it's an honor to be mentioned in his program. Of course, it's funny.
Are there any stories you got lined up for when the podcasts get a little bit bigger? Like, do you have? I mean, there's got to be some crazy Andreas Gustafsson stories that you've got, saved for a time away.
I got many stories, but I don't know if I can tell them.
Listen, I might have to come out to Sweden, and we can do like a whole day. You can take me to the spots in Sweden, and we can kind of, I don't know, you can tell me the stories, and then we can decide whether or not they go on camera.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
I gotta ask your opinion on this, because when you think about guys that are like alpha males, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's real guys, there's fighters, and then there's guys on the internet that make clickbait videos or claim to be tough guys or whatever it may be. What is Andreas Gustafsson's opinion on the Liver King?
I hate him. I hate him. It's so... I can't even watch him. It's... I don't know what to say. I can't... it's all about... he's doing all that shit to be seen, to be famous. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. And he's talking about eating raw food all the time, but it's taking steroids all day long. And he's... and many believes him and think he's the real deal. He's never cheated. He's never done anything. He looked like that because he eats like that, and it's not true. And I don't like that kind of people. It's I don't know.
I can see there's some hostility towards the Liver King. Like, if you ever encountered him, what would you say to the Liver King? Like, if you ever crossed paths with him?
No, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't even talk to him. He's no one for me. I wouldn't put my energy on him. Just talking about how he's acting and how he's acting in social media just makes me upset. So I don't want to, talk about him. I don't want to talk to him.
So then realistically, like, we see another guy like Sean Strickland. He's also very critical. He's very tough on people. He says, oh, men should act this way, and this is a real man, the Sean Strickland style. So what do you make of Sean Strickland, and what would your definition of things that a real man should do in life be?
I really like Sean. He's funny. I agree with many things he stands for. So I really like him, and I think he's right. Actually, in maybe not everything, but many things he stands for is right, and I think I can't come up with the words in English, but I like him. He's I don't know.
So what would a controversial take that you have be? You know what I mean? Like, because Sean Strickland says a lot of things that people don't agree with, but I mean, it doesn't have to be too controversial, but what is something that you believe in very strongly that some people might not agree with?
Maybe when you talk about men, to be a man, you need to have the capacity. How to say it in English? You need to know how to protect your family, and you need to know how to be violent. You don't have to be a violent person, but you need to know how to fight and how to protect your loved ones. That's how a man should be, not just go out on the street and fight. But if somebody threatens you, you gotta know how to eliminate them. Yeah.
Yuri Prohaska once famously said at Media Day, he said, "There's too many pussy mans in today's culture." Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It is.
Listen, Andreas Gustafsson, big fight this weekend. Rinat Fakhretdinov, UFC Paris. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Watch the fight. It's going to be a good fight. Full retard.
Never go full retard unless you're Andreas Gustafsson in the octagon this Saturday night. Always a pleasure, brother, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thank you.